Welcome to another session. Day 4 out of the 21 days we about to get into our exercise. Before we get started, it's your boy's birthday, June 4th. For all the Geminis out there, definitely a big celebration. Happiness, happy to be here on this earth in this lifespan, to be honest with you. So I'm just giving a lot of thanks and appreciation in this moment. On today's exercise is going to be the same thing as day 2. I did day 1 with no camera, I just went ahead and just exercised. Day 2 was live. Day 3 it rained, it poured rain. It had like a little storm that passed through South Florida. Day 4 we here, okay? Also, if I'm not exercising in front of the camera, behind the scene I'm doing some push-ups. I'm still going for a walk. So I'm still doing some curls with the bricks. So it's not something I'm being very strict that is only live on camera. All right. I went to a wake yesterday. Definitely condolences to the family. I just want to give acknowledgement to Sheldon, DJ Stilly back here in South Florida. He's from Brooklyn, New York, and he was a well-known DJ down here in the Caribbean community, you know. So I know the family well enough that, you know, when we see each other out in public, there's just respect of, you know, just saying hi and just, you know, showering them with love. So, and the dad, especially the whole family, he saw me since small. So, you know, the person that passed away is gone too soon type of situation. But I just want to acknowledge him. I just want to acknowledge him and honor him, and just continue from there. All right. So today's exercise, or before I start on exercise, we're going to be listening to Immortal Mindz. The topic is on the runners. Stop avoiding your purpose. Okay. So I think it's a great kickoff for my birthday. The age 33 plus 1. 33 was an amazing year for me. One of my best years of self-reflect, awareness. I could give the whole spiel, but we're here to exercise, so I don't want to get so much off topic. All right. So, Immortal Mindz, the runners, stop avoiding your purpose. Single legs, 10 reps, squats, 10 squats. Single leg alternate lunges. All right. 10 squats, 30 seconds on the Asian, people might call it the deep squat, or the Ado Porto, if I pronounce it correctly. I'm pronouncing it all over the place, but Ado Porto squat, if I pronounce that correctly. All right. The plank is for 1 minute, side plank for 45 seconds. Upper body, the same as before. We're doing the 10 curls with the brick, the rip right, hold it for 5 seconds and do the rep, and the 10 raises. All right, let's get started because it's bright out here. Normally recording at night, the camera is doing this thing, it doesn't stop, but when it's hot like this, it's possible it could shut any minute. So I'm hoping that it stay on live throughout the whole situation, that I'm not editing anything. I'm not doing any video edits. All right. So let's get this party started.
At ease, it's your boy Solomon. In my last video, I talked about how I only fly with the jumpers, right? Now, when I talk about the jumpers, I'm talking about the people that act on faith. I'm talking about the people that move, you know, like the select few move. I'm talking about the people that are willing to take the risk that most people aren't willing to take, right? But what's on the other end of the spectrum, right? Today, we're gonna talk about the runners. Now, why do I call them the runners? I call the other end the runners, because these are the people that may have received the downloads. They know how to move. They know what it takes, to jump into their purpose. But instead of jumping into it, right, they run from it. Now, why do they run from it? Let's talk about it.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you own based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
Now, the first reason on why most people run from their purpose, it's kind of like what the brother Meek Mill said, right? It's levels to this stuff, right? See, you know that in order to get to where you're trying to get to, in order to move how you need to move, that you need to level yourself up. You don't have a problem with leveling yourself up, doing what you need to do. What you have a problem with is leveling up the rest of your life, the rest of your world, right? See, you and your boys, you and, Cletus and Creflo, y'all work a whole week, right? And on Friday, y'all get off and y'all go hang out at the Hooters, right? For 3 or 4 hours, drinking cold ones, eating wings. You get off, you wake up on Saturday, you, Creflo and Cletus, y'all up in Club Coco Pelly's. If y'all not from the 318, y'all might not know about Club Coco Pelly's. But y'all hitting the club, right? Y'all getting lit every weekend. And on Sunday, you tired. And then you wake up early morning on Monday going to work, thinking how productive you could have been on your purpose, but now you're back in the rat race on Monday, and you do it all again every week, right? And think about your job. Some people are just too loyal to a dead end job, right? I mean, you'll work at a job for 10 years, 15 years, and every single year you're getting a 5 cent, 7 cent raise. You might get a special parking lot. You might get a shiny Salesman of the Year cup like I used to get, right? And you're saying to yourself, what a boss man just been so good to me. Like how dare I decide to do my own thing and make myself better? So a lot of times we're just too loyal. And then sometimes, guys, it comes down to the person we've chosen, to be with in our life. In some situations, it's a man's wife that's holding him back. You know what I mean? And this is what I mean by that. You'll be amazed at how many women don't want to see their men going forward. You'd be amazed at how many women feel like a man should be getting in bed at night at the same time she's getting in bed. You'd be amazed at how many women get salty when they see their man studying some new material, reading certain books to get ahead in a craft he's choosing to perform. And I'm telling you, man, and I've said this before, a lot of guys aren't built for this jump, right? A lot of guys don't have the ability, to cut that loose if they have to. Because you have to understand, when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to what you came to this planet to do, nothing should override that. So again, I said all that to say this. A lot of it comes down to levels. Again, some men are able to level themselves up, but they refuse to burn that old world to the ground so they can continue on their mission. Now, the second reason on why most people run from their purpose is because they don't feel like it can provide a lifestyle for them. And I'm talking mainly financial. I want you to take a look at this picture. Now, if you look at that guy on the bottom right? That's one of my best friends, LC. I've been knowing this guy practically my whole life. I can still remember the day my dad walked me to his house and I met his family for the first time, right? And that's a picture of his brother. That's a picture of his mother. But if you look at the top left, that's a picture of his dad. That's LC Sr. Now, I can remember when I was making the masterclass, the recipe, I was asking, my partner about his dad who passed away some years ago. See, his dad owned a detail shop my entire life, as long as I can remember. And I was like, I said, L, I said, when did your dad open that detail shop? He said, man, my dad, man, he said he just started washing cars in the yard one day because he loved doing it. People coming over, he's washing cars. Next thing you know, he just opened this shop up in the 70s. And he's just been doing it his whole life. Now, the thing is, as long as I can remember, I remember his dad and mom used to pick us up from school and take us to this detail shop back in the 80s, man, and back in the 90s, right? And the thing that stood out to me, Now, in either direction of this detail shop, you had shops that were, you know, you can get a full wash and dry for $20, $25 back in the day. But in LC Auto Beauty, I mean, you had to pay about $100, man, and you're getting a full service. And in my mind, I was always thinking, why is there a line here where it's more expensive, but down the street, you know, you got 1 or 2 cars? That always blew my mind. What I didn't know, or what I now understand about it, is that his dad was just fulfilling his purpose. In other words, his dad had just ran his idea, his thoughts, his passion through his God box, through his higher self, and he got the download on how to move. And you look now, man, here it is 45, almost 45 years later. His dad passed away some years ago, back in '88, I believe, right? But here we are almost 45 years later, and that same detail shop is still providing for his family, guys. It's still providing for his family. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? You know, several weeks ago, my neighbor right across the street, they have a lady that comes over there, or a group of ladies come over there, seems like twice a week, and cleans their house. Right, so one day out, man, my house was, man, I needed some cleaning, I needed some dusting. So I just went over there to get a quote from her. I walked over there and talked to the lady and got a quote. What I noticed about the lady, when they first started coming a couple of years ago, the lady had an old car, man. It was barely making it. But here about a few months ago, she got a new vehicle, man, and it's clean. She got her sign on the side, right? So I'm over there talking to her, talking about getting a quote, and I'm just asking her about her business. And this is what she tells me. She said, yeah, you know, I used to work at a 7-Eleven, you know, right around the corner. She said, I worked at a gas station. I needed more money, so I started babysitting for extra money, right? Which she started babysitting this couple's young kids, right? And she says, one day, you know, when I was babysitting, I just decided to clean their house because that's what I love doing. And the wife came home and saw the house was clean and was like, well, hell, let me just start paying you to clean our house. Long story short, this lady stopped babysitting and opened up a cleaning business, and now she's winning. She's living off of that. It just goes to show you, once you pour into a thing, once you do the thing you love, once you run it through the God box, that thing will provide for you. Now, it trips me out now because she still babysits for this lady for free. She said she feels like she owes this lady for sparking her, you know, to go toward her mission. And I'm telling you guys, for those of you who don't think that your passion will provide for you, I'm telling you, especially in the year 2021 with the internet, with social media, you can do anything and survive off it nowadays. You know what I mean? So yes, your passion, your purpose will provide. Now, the third reason on why people are still running from their purpose is because they're still trapped in the matrix. And that's a hard thing to overcome, right? You have no idea how many times I picked up my phone to maybe look up something, maybe a book or just some general information, and all of a sudden I get all these notifications, Facebook, you know, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything is like, and I'm like, man, is somebody hitting me up? And I'll scroll down or I'll click on one of them, and next thing you know, I look up and it's 15, 20 minutes later and I'm sitting there scrolling, looking at thotties or whatever. I'm like, man, what did I even pick my phone up for? Distractions. You know, you can go buy a new vehicle, have a good running vehicle, and all of a sudden you get these notifications on, oh, GMC is selling, you know, has a good sale, or we'll take your rebate. It's always something flooding your brain to get you to go a different way. You know, you got holidays, you got Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, Easter. All these are distractions that are keeping you from just focusing, right? I'm telling you, in order to get out of the matrix, a man has to simply plant his feet and focus. If a man can ever get to the point where he can just shut down and look at one thing, focus on one part of his life for 90 days, 6 months, I'm telling you, he'd be amazed at how much his life will change. So again, the matrix is the reason why a lot of people, you know, won't stop running. Now, if you look in the Bible, we all have the perfect example of the runner of runners, right? And I'm referring to Brother Jonah.
All right. Thank you for watching day 4 out of the 21 days. I think this month we're off to a great start. I hope you're participating. I know some of the videos I'm producing, I'm not saying, hey, put on your clothes and go work out with me. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, self-motivation is so powerful. You know, if you could be able to participate with our exercises without me telling you, it's powerful. There's a lot of value in that. And because you made a decision to exercise. I didn't force you. I didn't say, hey, this is your time to exercise. I simply said, let's fast. 21-day fasting. Fasting is different for a lot of people. It'll be prayer fasting, not eating chicken, beef, pork. It could be a lot of things. One of the things I'm noticing, I shared before, I shared again, that something about fasting and that focus in the 21 days of purpose is like everything is put to the side. All the unnecessary things is put to the side. It's more like a goal-oriented type of environment, and naturally goal-oriented. So closing thoughts is, for me, is that as it's not only just my birthday in this world, every day is somebody's birthday, you know, and just be able to appreciate life, really appreciate. That word appreciation, it's not a cliche word. If you really dive deep into thought about appreciation, gratitude, you know, what is your birthright here in this world? And I'm pretty sure it's love. I'm pretty sure it's happiness. I'm pretty sure it's compassion. I'm pretty sure it's passion. I'm pretty sure it's being around an environment of seeing everyone winning, everyone doing good, that you know you're doing good yourself. So I'm leaving off with that, and it's here, 33 plus 1. I'm age 34, but I'm not letting go of that 33. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. I got more years to go. You know, I've put in the work, and I shed the emotions, the poor choices, evaluation. I've evaluated myself. So it's just a lot of things I've done in the past. It's like I really don't have any excuse right now, and that's not cliche. That's not. I'm not saying it just to say it. Like, I really don't. I have no excuse. I can't blame my parents anymore. I can't blame family members. I can't blame friends. I can't blame my job. I'm at a point now that in this next year, this age 34, or this 33 plus 1 chapter, it's the opportunity of creativity, opportunity of living in abundance, and just being thankful and enjoying the journey while I'm here. Alright, so I'm leaving on that note. Guys, thank you for watching me exercise, or if you're exercising, I hope you are. I'm still doing the 1.5 mile walk and jog. Hope it helps out on the cardio. And you guys just take care. Alright, have a good one.